Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be doing fine inside your homes. As you know, the COVID 19 infection is building pressure on the entire globe, and our UT of J&K is also it is prey. People are dying in plenty, and people are getting infected in plenty. Lockdown is in place. So it is better move to remain inside your homes. Stick to your books so that you can defeat it and can prepare yourselves well for the coming examinations, and it's compulsion and necessary to restrict your movements outside. Dear students of class 10, the subject history. Today we are dealing with a very important question, that is how industrial revolution became the cause of imperialism or colonialism. It is without use of whiteboard through the communication skills of a teacher. Dear students, first of all, you need to know what is industrial revolution. Revolution means a big change. Simply, a very big change is called a revolution. Industrial revolution means when industrial industrial came in, industries were installed in plenty, and the growth of industries came in. The process is also called industrialization. So the hand work was affected. It did start from England, Britain, we may say, and within short duration of time, the process of industrialization reached almost whole Europe. And these industries need what? Two things. One, the raw material for production of the goods, and second, market for selling these goods. So the Europeans had no raw material, neither they have the markets, because in almost whole Europe the industrial revolution separate like wildfire within short duration of time. So the European countries tried to search markets for sale of these goods and purchase of raw material for running these industries. These countries, European countries, no doubt were are very clever in all types of administrative policies. So sea routes were already discovered to Africa, to Latin America, to Asian countries. So they came by sea routes to the Asian countries, to the African countries, or to the Latin American countries for markets for selling these goods and purchase of raw material for running these industries. Dear students, bear in mind, keep in mind, the African countries, the Asian countries, and Latin America were totally backward. Were totally backward. They were backward in social manner. Economically, they were backward. Politically, they were backward. So these European countries take the advantage of their backwardness. We may say took the advantage of their backwardness and installed companies here in Asian countries, in African countries, in Latin American countries. So, taking the example of India, here the East India Company came here in 1600 AD. The Indians were totally backward in all respects, whether it was social, it was political, it was economical. They were mm, selling their goods with high rates and purchasing the raw material from India within very short, within low, or we can say with low price, cheap rates. And within short duration of time, India turned more backward. Their resources were eaten by England or East India Company. So their backwardness increased day by day. Their political backwardness, their economic backwardness increased day by day, and finally they started dominating them economically and socially. This, when a country is dominated economically and socially, it is colonialism. So in 1600 AD, East India Company came here. So within short duration of time, They took the advantage of their backwardness in all spheres. They start ruling them. This when they start ruling them, so political concept comes in. When a country is politically dominated, it's called imperialism. In 1680, East India Company came here. So the control of India went in the hands of East India Company. And finally, there were moments because Indian people realized that we are being dominated in all spheres. So from 1600 AD up to 1857, the Indians were under the company rule, that is East India Company. In 1857, a major setback came to East India Company when Revolt of 1857 was there, or some historian called it Sepoy Mutiny, some called it First War of Indian Independence, and finally India became direct British colony from 1857. We may say right from 1858. Right from 1857 or 1858 till 1947, because in 1947 India got freedom because England was involved in the Second World War, where it was defeated and its colonial control or imperialistic control weakened. Dear students, but the question is how industrial revolution um, became the cause for the growth of imperialism. So simple, it is so simple. You have to write down that these African countries, Asian countries, and Latin American were backward in all respects. People from the European countries came, they dominated them. They dominated them socially, politically, because there were available markets here for sale of goods and raw material here was in plenty, keeping their advantage, their backwardness in mind, they dominated them within short duration of time and they came under the imperialistic rule. This is how the Industrial Revolution became the cause of imperialism in most Asian, African, Latin American countries. Dear students, it's enough for today because we are resting on 2G. If any sort of confusion strikes your mind after watching this video, you can call me on 7006671106 or WhatsApp me. And after watching this video, if confusion strikes, you can call me easily. I am at your disposal. I am around the clock. But before leaving class, I am advising you stick to the books, so that you can prepare yourselves well for the coming exams and also can defeat the COVID-19 infection. Thanks. Be well, sir.